Hiya, it's Lorna. Welcome back to my channel. So for those who do not know me, I know that there is a bunch of new here. So my name is Lorna. I like makeup, music reviews, what can I say, whole kind of different stuff. Yeah, like beauty in general, and I don't know, alternative subject, I would say. So today is one of those alternative thing I wanted to talk about. Is don't worry about the noises. I hope the lighting is okay. I hope there's nobody in the toilet, just so you know. Don't know why it does that. So I want to talk about something that is a bit more personal, even though I want, just expand on it really personally. I just want to share my opinion about being on meds and your health. I mean, I struggled a lot, so little disclaimer, this is in no way a video like I was a psychiatrist, or in no way a therapist, or just even though a doctor to give proper advices. Just to share a bit about my yes, I have a new nail, so I'm like playing with it all along. Yeah, so I just wanted to talk about this a bit because I've realized, I noticed that I know that it is not, I know that it is like this since, the 60s, I think. But I really think, and I've talked recently with let's say a friend, and she told me that she, like, 1 year earlier she didn't have any meds, and then she went to the doctor. She wasn't good at all, and having some, this depression crisis, and the doctor straightly put her on meds, and now, like, she is on a lot. And I mean, I have nothing against taking pills, because I know that it is something that is, very shamed. And now she is on a lot, and this just makes me feel like very, very angry, because the GP, the generalist doctors, they always tend, if you have a good practitioner, normally, usually they don't give you a prescription full of meds if you haven't, took some already. But the thing that they gave, really, like, nothing. It's benzodiazepine. I don't know if you say the same in English, but it's kind of, what we call anxiolytic. And they give it like it's brownies, and like, I know that when sometimes people are like super stressed, and when you tell them, well, do some meditation, let's take the fresh air outside, this doesn't help. It helps a bit, but if the person is like really sick, it won't help. The person will still be like this, so they tend to like straightly go into those relaxing pills, which are not antidepressant. I have to say they are It's not like pills that you take for sleeping, although a lot does that, and I did because it helped me sleep, and it's very a difficult pill to take off your diet, of your habits. And I really think that it is something that is very dangerous, because I started being like cutting off meds, those kind of meds, and it is very difficult because those kinds of meds are just like, it's a new thing. There was like opioid a lot used in before the, let's say before the 50s, I would say, and then they discover like the molecule for those Xanax and stuff like this. So when I speak about benzodiazepine, it's you have like lorazepam, Xanax. The best is if you find Atarax. I don't know if this is the same name. It's hydro something, the real name, and this one is more okay because it's basically a medicine for when you have like skin problems, and they realized that it was something also good to relax and take off the anxiety. So they prescribed it, and I would take like long pause because I have to remember how to say in English, and also this is something really personal, so I don't want to say some too much information, and also I really don't want my speech to be badly interpreted, and I am not a therapist at all. I am not a doctor. If you have any real question, you can ask your doctor, but I am gonna speak about the doctors. So let's say I only speak for myself, and so you will see a bit the difficulties with meds before you can consider being on meds. And I know that not all the different countries in the world have the same laws about meds. I mean, I think that you can easily find some benzodiazepine or anxiolytic. I don't know if you say it also in English. More easily in other countries than in France. In France, you have to have a paper to get them at the pharmacist. And I want to speak about how it affected my health. And you know, for me, I started around like 5 years ago, I think, something like that. So I lost my dad, I went into a hard breakup, I lost my cat, so I was a bit too much partying, and I had to get on benzodiazepine. I will start by this because I think this is death in legal meds. Really, I really think that, and I'm cutting off this, and this is very difficult because this is the most easy med to find. and also because doctors like prescribe it like it is brownies. Even some doctors prescribe it, let's say like this, when they are not a therapist or psychiatrist or something related to the mind. Like you're coming for a flu, but you're coming for something else, and they just give you this. This makes me very angry, because without this, people would be less addicted to something. Because if you gave, let's say, someone hasn't taken anything, I don't know, maybe the person smoke when he is a bit stressed, you know. So if you start by giving them something that will make them reach a certain amount of ecstasy, if you gave them something really, I don't know, really relaxing, really like they are in a very bright cloud and they can sleep peacefully, and their anxiety is just taken out for a moment, because this is like a short life med. So if someone that has anxiety first but has never taken this before and haven't tried anything else, maybe there is some kind of plants, or maybe they can just smoke some weed or CBD, or I don't know, do a lot of sports, I don't know. If you gave them this kind of med, then they reach something that they couldn't reach with something else, less powerful, because this med is like under a opioid, let's say, heroin, morphine, kind of stuff like this. Then you have like the benzodiazepine, which is like really just under it at the level of addiction. It's not heroin, but the symptoms of being cut off is a bit like this. Like, I can't sleep, now I'm okay, but I'm like shaking a lot, puking, that's good also, being a bit like this, having some trembling about the jaws, lot of disagreement that you would not have if you haven't taken that meds and for that long. And because every drug, there is not one, like even cough syrup, you have an outside, you have something else that will come with it. So I took those pills. We will only stay on benzodiazepine, Xanax, those kind of things, anxiolytic. If you take out this, if I use like for 1 year or 2 years, at the beginning I was a bit, I was really doing stupid things, and I won't even talk about it because I don't want anybody to have it like an idea. It's not a good idea. And at the end, I had to take like a normal dose is like 0.25 milligram. I talk in milligram. This is like a small dose. You can have it like 3 times a day. Then you're stepping in a bit. You're not taking 0.25, you're taking 0.50. This is a bit more. Then you take it 3 times a day. Then you remember that, the doctor says whenever you don't feel right, because it's like a short life med, so you're gonna take it a bit more. And I reached a stage that I needed this meds to be functional, and I needed, like, I don't know, because it's short time. I mean, if I'm busy, I don't really think about it, but even though, yeah, kind of a bit, then I had to take like 0.75 at once, you know. This is illegal in France. You don't have, you can't do this, like the proper dose you can take. Here's my loo making noises again. Then it is fucking up your system, really. So don't do that, and don't take it like 0.75 every 2 hours. That is not a good idea, no. So I took those, and I realized that it wasn't working anymore, because the side effect for a long time of addiction to this med is that it will just make you switch a bit more into your anxiety, which is horrible. Like now, if I want to, you know, just I don't know, countercide the effects and having a sort of dose that can make me, you know, functional, so I have to smoke. Let's be honest, so I have slept like a little baby, and if I'm not, you know, having a massive smoke and then be peaceful, then there is some kind of, you know, I don't know, your heart is a bit like this, you know, because you haven't your dose of releasing everything, and also because there is this kind of molecule that your system is missing, and then I just start to shake and shake, and I have to take like a 0.25, like the first beginning, to make it stop. It didn't at all make me high or relax or anything. It just made me stop, because it is inside my body now, and I don't, you know, my body doesn't act like it is on this molecule, because it is now, it has grown with it. And so please consider trying everything else before going on benzodiazepine. Really, this is just the thing that I wanted to say. Then there is AD, antidepressant, which is not the same thing. So let's stay in the field I wanted to say. I'm sorry, I hope you are, you know, understanding what I'm saying, because my thread of mine is horrible. So I started taking those meds like 5 years, something like that, and then around like the 1st year, so this wasn't enough, and I was like, because this is me, I have been diagnosed a lot of things, so I am not describing myself like this anymore. I am a bit more focused on the autistic side now, but I'm not really ready, so let's put this in a little box for the moment. I have been diagnosed bipolar type 1, 2, 3, borderline, that was the first one, borderline of course, which is like everything everything is black or white. Everything isn't black or white. When you are bipolar, this is a false idea. It is just like a really massive long period of shit, which is why I have, you know, been a bit more towards the really a mix. This is why I'm not describing myself, but you know, I have like those really long phases, whereas borderline are like this in the same day. I can be like this because I'm very sensitive, and borderline acts on the emotional side. I mean, bipolar is a bit more like you can do everything. If you are in a shitty mood, you are staying in a shitty mood. And it's not that there's nothing you can do. Of course, the emotional and the environmental background is really important, but sometimes it's just, you know, sometimes it's not. And so yes, so that was the anxiolytic didn't really work. So I started taking AD. I had quite different AD, and something that you have to say and something that you may know yet. This gives you a lot of weight. So when you want to be like comfortable in your skin and with people, and you know, having everything going right, this is why you take AD. But then you become fat. You have to know this. If it's a long time, if it's not, I mean, I've met a lot of people who said like, oh, I was really depressed, my doctor gave me an antidepressant, but now I'm good. Okay, that's good. That's because you only have the sickness, because depression is a sickness. So there has a start and an end. A contributive factor is something environmental, emotional. Okay, there is an affect, and it's not like bacteria, but it is kind of the same. So you have an end and a start and an end. Okay, this is also me, but in my different phase. So someone completely neurotypical can have like a brief or long phase of depression, becoming from a insensible factor, you know. But for me, and for all the people who are struggling with mood disorder, then you know that you have like those periods, and it become like usual, and it's fucking tiring. It's just exhausting. I just want to live normally. I don't even remember when it was okay. But the thing is that you have antidepressant, so you have different kind of antidepressant. You have one who was just capture your serotonin. I believe it's the same word. Serotonin is the hormone for the happiness, let's say, of joy and everything. You can have it, you can, just activate it doing sports, eating a cake, making love, sort of great things. Then it activates the serotonin in your brain. And you also have the hormone of dopamine. I believe it's the same too. It's the stuff that will makes you more motivated. If you take drugs, serotonin is in MDMA, dopamine is in cocaine. Something really, and they're in something really. Okay, so if you take the AD, you won't feel like a super happy at the first time, because it is not a hit like if you take something like an ecstasy or something like that. It's legal, so it just deploys itself along the weeks, and then it starts slow, but then you don't realize that it is going slow, and that your how can you say, your body is receiving this like a fake signal of everything is okay, but everything isn't okay, because you have things to figure it out, and if you don't figure them out, you can take every meds you want, it won't do a thing. So I think it is better if you take very tiny dose and on a very small time, because even when you are bipolar, even when you are borderline, taking antidepressant are not a it's not a key, it's not a solution, it is just something that will, you know, not kill yourself. It is, for me, it's really this. Taking those antidepressant make me, well, hold me not to kill myself. So I took them. If you are bipolar, then you can't take, well, you can take tiny amount of antidepressant, being very careful, because you can switch like this into a maniac phase. So all doctors would say be very careful. I describe myself for a long time being bipolar, being blah blah blah. I can't anymore. I can't. I'm a human being, I'm not just a disease, you know. So it's a bit hard. But you mustn't listen to the ones that shame you because you take pills. Please don't listen to them. It's just a huge mistake I made, and this is why I want to tell you this, you know, like storytelling, whatever you want to call it. I was into someone, and I thought that she was right. I should quit everything. This is also why you became, you know, a bit heavier. Then I stopped. I stopped for at least a year, and at the end of this year, I just felt like shit is coming back, you know. Because I think that, you know, I stopped like a bit around 8 months, I think, like that. I am pretty sure that the 3 first months I had enough molecule in me to stay okay, but then it just went down because I haven't taken more. So my brain was like, what the fuck, girl? We had really a big amount of serotonin and dopamine and everything in here, and you don't take anything now. What is going on? So my brain just, you know, plus the environmental factor, because I moved, that's why I came back 1 year after, it's just making a giant mess. So please don't stop your meds like this. I am a bit not a very good person, because I like to cut off my meds on my own. This is not something that you should do. I have read, and, you know, I know meds. I don't know all of them, but now I know them. And I can assure you that being in like a very fucking cold shower, when you take your meds out of your system, all at once, you will just want to die. For the first day you will, ouch, the first day you will think, oh, that's great, I don't need them. Then the second day you will be, I don't need them, I don't need them. And then the third day you will be, maybe one, or maybe you will, you know, be strong enough and resist. And so you will do other things. There was a moment I thought I could do that, so I started smoking again, you know, cigarette. And I was like, oh, I'm not feeling good. Maybe it's a cigarette, maybe, you know, just I stopped and then I just took back. So maybe I'm not, you know, I'm not feeling well because of this. And then I was like, oh my God, oh my God, I'm not feeling good at all. I'm gonna contact my psychiatrist. I was like, okay, I did that. And she was, what? You took too many doses to do that to yourself, you know, go back on meds and do little by little. And again, little by little. Guys, I won't explain what I'm doing right now. I'm cutting off the Xanax and I'm cutting off the Effexor, I don't know if you call it the same, venlafaxine. Venlafaxine is also something I wanted to talk about for your health, because this is the one with serotonin, okay, happiness, and neuroadrenaline. I believe it's the same again. It's a bit like dopamine, again, motivation. And so I want to stop this one because I feel that it gave me motivation, but not in a good thing, not in a good way. I had better antidepressant than this one before, so I want to take this shit out of my system. And it was very hard to install. I was shaking for a week. I had those big eye, like I was on drugs. I was talking to myself also. You can ask me, why did I cut it like straight away? Well, because this is not the huge bad side effect. So you have to go through this for the treatment to be installed in your system and not be bothered by this anymore. So I struggled like a week or two, and then it was okay. It was okay because I didn't feel anything, and I didn't feel anything because it wasn't doing anything. Maybe it was, you know, bringing a bit of joy. I don't feel like very joyful at this time. So we got up, and something that you should know is that when you go up, well, it's a bit like you change your it change what you have inside. So your brain think, whoa, we are more than happy, we can eat whatever we want, we don't care at all, and we will stock it a bit for the moment when we won't be good at all. This is so good. So you change a bit, you go up, you gain weight. The thing is a bit okay for a few days because there is more serotonin, and then usual, so you don't feel anything, so you go up again and then again. And I took like 10 kilos since January. Okay, do you want that? I don't know, maybe people want to gain weight. I started like too thin, really too thin. I was like, my weight was 42 kilos and I'm now around 90, and this has been 5 years. Do you want to be on meds? Also, what I have to say is that you don't have to shame yourself also only on the pills. Stopping to take the pills won't make you go thinner. That's a false idea. You won't take more, of course. You will stay the same. But if you don't do sport, if you don't eat healthy, you won't lose anything. Also, if you are not okay in your mind and this is not a pill that will be, working for this is only you and figuring out everything with a therapist or by your own. No one should say what you have to do. You just do what's best for you. Well, you will always feel depressed, and when you feel depressed, then you are most more inclined to have a bad diet. It can be, I can't speak about the people who stops eating, because I'm not like this. I'm on the other side. I eat. Well, sometimes I'm a bit, this is another story, but anyway, I eat. So you may think, oh, well, it's nice, you have some cheeks. No, it's not nice. No, I mean, I will be okay if this is really how I am, like having a lot of shapes or being, a bit generous since I'm young, but I'm not. I'm like a stick. I used to be like this. So it has been like 5 years that I'm just in a huge dysphoria where I cannot recognize myself, and this is just awful. So what you have to understand is that when you're sad, you just find serotonin everywhere, and it is mostly in food, because when you don't have anything else to be motivated, you lose your job, you lose a lot of things. Eating is like a little satisfaction that you can do when you are able to get some food, So this is not only the meds, this is you, this is because you're sad, and it will happen anyway. So don't all put on the meds, even though I would start again. So you just remember what I said. No Xanax. If you can't, please stay away from this. Take antidepressant if you are really depressed, but short period, short time, and do not go like this. If your doctors say you should continue, but don't stop and go back and higher, because this is how you will gain weight. If you feel some trembling, if your legs are moving a lot and you just want to stay in bed and rest, but your legs are like this can be the first side effect of antidepressant. This goes away in like a week. If this stays, tell your doctor again, this is not normal. If a doctor gave you like a huge dose, go to another doctor, really. Don't never cut your Xanax alone. Xanax, Lexomil, what do you have other? Lorazepam, Temesta, Atarax is okay, Laxantia, diazepam or something like that. Well, there's a lot. All of this. Oh, I forgot one. Do we say barbiturics in English? Well, stay away from this. I think I said it all. I've said it all. So this is kind of my thing. This is why I have like huge bags under my eye, and I'm like struggling to get to sleep. And thank God for marijuana. Sorry, I'm just saying it. I'm just saying it. I hope you liked this video. This was a bit of you know, sharing my journey. If you have any question, let me know. I guess I'm again saying nothing has sense, but I really wanted to share a bit like this. I also wanted, you know, to explain why I'm tired, also why sometimes I don't really feel confident doing some videos, because I'm still not used to what I look like, and this is the major thing I have to clear. Anyway, so this was my health and meds and diet thing. Would love to go maybe a bit further, but I don't know how, and have to be more, you know, have a bit more constructive line. I don't know. Anyway, thank you again for watching. Thank you for watching until the end. If you have watched everything, if you're not, maybe this interests you a bit. I will stop playing with my nails. I know that should be a bit annoying, but you know, when I can have some little fix it, this is good. Anyway, so thank you again. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, because I see there's a lot of non-subscriber watching my videos. You may subscribe maybe, or maybe just make fun of me, but if you do, maybe put a little thumb up because I made you laugh. I don't know. Thank you, and see you in my next video, and take care, guys. Tschüss.